You're listening to the eCommerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts, Bart Mraz and John Suter. The show is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm located in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. This episode of the eCommerce Minute is brought to you by Frameology. Frameology is simple, beautiful framing for the photos you love. Pick a frame, upload a photo, done. Free shipping on orders over $50. Start shopping at Frameology.com. And eCommerce Minute podcast listeners get 10% off at checkout with the code PODCAST. Frameology. Simple, beautiful framing for the photos you love.
This is the eCommerce Minute for December 12th, 2017. GM brings e-commerce to the car.
Soon you'll be able to shop from the comfort of your driver's seat. GM is adding a marketplace to the car dashboard. The car maker will be pushing out the update on 2017 cars and offer the feature in all new vehicles. Marketplace will allow drivers to order food, coffee, make reservations for restaurants and lodging, and even order upgrades and accessories for their GM vehicles right from the dash. Marketplace partners at launch include Dunkin' Donuts, Wingstop, Shell, ExxonMobil, Applebee's, and more. GM focused on these retailers and gas station providers at the start because they make the most sense for use on the road. The software will use machine learning to understand your routine and make suggestions. For instance, if you typically buy coffee on the way to work, you'll get a suggestion to pick one up based on the signals, including time of day, location, and preferred merchant. GM hopes to eventually expand the integration into its vehicles, adding music, news, and other information services.
Ooh, that's fun.
That's pretty cool. So if you watch the video is on our website, ecommerceminute.co. There's a nice little demo. Of course, you've got this handsome, smiling man. He gets into his car. And before now, of course, they don't show him driving because they're very clear that the one thing that GM is trying to make clear is that they don't want people using this while they drive. And their argument is, okay, well then why are you putting this on the dashboard? Their argument is that they make the UI a lot easier to use than someone struggling with a phone. So There's kind of an argument there. I don't know if there's any kind of block on it when the car is actually moving.
There isn't. They have to protect themselves so people don't text and drive and all that stuff.
Exactly. So anyway, the handsome man, the marketplace comes up. There's icons of all the merchants that are involved. He pushes Dunkin' Donuts, and it has a nice clean menu that shows what's available to order, how he'd like to get it. He can pick it up. He can do drive-through, and I'm pretty sure the payment is all taken care of on there. They don't really show that part, but I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably just,
it's your card's in there, and it's, whatever you use. Yeah. The handsome man, I guess he's coming home from work, and he's got to meet his beautiful wife, and he says, oh, hey, honey, let's go to TGI Fridays. He makes a reservation. It shows you based on your location, which TGI Fridays are near you. He makes the reservation, and he goes in, assuming he's going to meet his beautiful wife and has dinner. Kumbaya. Happily ever after.
Kumbaya. Yeah, that's kind of cool, actually. I like it. I like the idea of this, that just you don't have to fumble with, especially when you're making that drive every day, right? It'd be great to pre-orders for you, basically.
So I'm assuming that's what the machine learning is all about. It's going to say, hey, this guy orders Dunkin' Donuts every day. So when he gets in the car, it'll say, hey, Steve, how about you ready for some coffee, man?
Or it goes farther than that and knows the distance between it and how long it usually takes to get there and orders at the appropriate time for you, right?
Right. It even places the order. They've also showed where he gets gas, but it's something they have his rewards card hooked up to that. So he's not actually, I don't think he's actually ordering the gas. He's probably paying for it with his phone at that point. But it's pretty, if you're out looking for gas, I know a lot of cars have this now, but to have it all bundled up all together, I think it's a great thing for them.
That'd be very, very good, sir.
Pretty cool. All right. Like I said, there's a video of the demo from GM on our website, ecommerceminute.co. Anything else to add, Bart?
That's about it.
All right. That's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, subscribe to eCommerce Minute anywhere podcasts are available. You can also read the show notes and listen to previous episodes at ecommerceminute.co. And finally, if you've got feedback or suggestions for the show, reach out to us on social media at Sumo Heavy.
podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.